Last time I was in a haunted house, I got so scared that when the actor jumped out at me, dressed as a zombie pirate, I screamed so loud that the actor nearly burst out laughing. I thought I can use this fear and turn it into a story. A short content warning. The following tale talks about human remains, corpses, graveyards, and maybe ghosts. Some of it may not be real, but other stuff may be more real than you thought. Please enjoy, and I hope you get a little bit scared. We're closed. The man in the trench coat sticks a banknote through the dusty window of the ticket booth. A wrinkled, withered face appears. The old man behind the window inspects his visitor with cunning eyes. His coat looks expensive, neatly sewn, made from high-quality leather. His hair is slightly grey. Small wrinkles have formed around the lips and eyes. He must be in his 40s or early 50s, an age in which men return to the foolishness of their youth. They seek out adventures, trying to relive their glory days. What they lack in energy, they make up in cash. The perfect mark. A second banknote appears. The old man hides his grin. I'm not selling the train for just one person. You'll have to walk. The visitor nods and follows the old man through the red velvet curtain. In the light, the fabric had appeared worn out, but the blemishes disappear in the darkness, as they do every night. Stay behind me. Not in order, effect. Do you get many burglars here? I read. The old man sighs. Of course you read that. That's why you're here, isn't it? The burglary. Paul from the shooting range thinks that's the use of the day. But the youth had always been that way. I snuck in here myself back then. Not for fun, mind you. I wasn't one of those rich kids looking out for a thrill. No, my parents had nothing. What my father didn't gamble away, my mother drank away. I ran away when I was 15. I thought when I'm living on the street, at least no one would beat me up. Why was I wrong about that? Watch your step. I hid here for a whole week, in the room of the corpse wife who... Well, I guess you must have read that too. You read the smart papers, don't you? Not those trash magazines that rave on about the curse of the ghost train. Close my ass. That must have been quite a promotion for you. A cursed ghost train that will surely attract many tourists. Promotion my ass. I get maybe 60, 50 passengers more because of that whole thing. And what did it cost me? Half the ride was destroyed. And now it's closed down because the pigs have to investigate that possible homicide. Please. Look over there, that cemetery. They smashed it into pieces. Luckily, nothing happened to Carl II. That's the gravedigger over there. You think he looks grim? You should have seen his namesake. Old Carl, that was the former owner. When he found me hiding here, he beat me up. Then he gave me a broom and told me to clean up the mess I made. I took the broom and I cleaned. I cleaned like I had never cleaned before in my life. I worked my ass off every day. And he let me stay. It wasn't always easy, but it was a life. I even got married later. Lovely Lizzie, who sold candies next to the roller coaster. She always smelled like roasted almonds. It was nice. Until the cancer came. Then she smelled of death. Do you see the gravestone over there? Lovely Lizzie, too sweet for this world. That one I made for her. Don't look at me like that. She would have wanted it that way. She loved the fair and the ghost train. That's Carl's gravestone next to it. Commander Carl, rest in peace. Stay down there, please. And look at that one over there. The vandals have smashed it. Bastards. That one was for Marie. Magical Marie, she was called. She was the magician's assistant, long before my time. She was cut in two, put into vanishing cabinets and all that. She was a pretty thing, old Carl said. He chased every skirt, as long as I can remember. Nowadays they might have locked him up for sexual harassment or another made-up crime. Back then, the women liked being chased by him. Especially Marie. She let him catch her quite a few times, if you know what I mean. That's why his old lady ran off, I guess. His wife left him? She ran off with a title worker, that's what I heard. It was long before my time. Where was I? Ah, the magical Marie. She had a baby over there on the mad scientist's table. I thought that was a tall tale myself, but Licia assures me it was true. Where else should poor Marie have gone, she said. Back then, the ghost train was the only building with proper light and running water, because of the lake. See those jars with snakes and bats? We used to have embryos there. Stillbirth freaks. You're not allowed to display these things nowadays. People are too sensitive. Where did the embryos come from? Feather. Do you think they were real? We couldn't have afforded that. They were wax figures. Old Carl made them. The old man was a true artist. My figures, they're good, but nothing compared to his. Poor Marie. She stared at those malfigured babies as she gave birth to her own. At those creatures with two heads, open chests, and beady eyes. They say her son was so ugly that her heart stopped at the sight of him. Keep your tall tales for the tourists, the visitor scoffs. Those tales are part of the experience. The ghost set is not only made of wood, metal, and old corks. There are stories in the walls. That's why people come here. They come here because they think it's all a show. But it isn't. Is it? The old man presses a light switch. Flickering green light fills the room. Fake snakes squirm in their jars. Frankenstein's monster comes to life. It grins at the old man. The old man grins back, before flicking the light back off. You can laugh at that here. And it's only fair, isn't it? In the end, death laughs at us all. Whether he likes it or not, that dead brat is now a newest legend. Whoever steals from us pays the price. The police has ruled it as an accident. Yeah, I heard. The brat ate rat poison. Was it a curse? Did Marie really give her birth to a monster? Who knows? But who cares? People believe what they want. What they want is the beautiful death. Corpse brides with long hair and faded clothes. By the way, where is the corpse bride? Take it easy, champ. She'll be here at the end of the tour. The old man carries on. He is unusually nimble for a limping hunchback. Look here, the lake. Smells of it now. I just put chlorine in it. In other fairs they use plastic, but that wasn't good enough for Cold Carl. And look at that! The old man turns on another switch. A large chandelier appears, filling the dark lake with flickering lights. A beautiful piece, the visitor admits. Where did you get it? The chandelier came from the inheritance of Carl's wife. We used to have the Phantom of the Opera here, but then the musical came and it all became too much kitsch. The old owner's wife. Was she rich? Impoverished nobility, Lizzie said. That might just have been her romantic imagination, I guess, but... Well, I looked at old photos and... yeah, she did kind of look like a lost princess, Constance. She was beautiful, that's for sure. And Carl loved her, he did. But he still cheated on her. Never said he was good at loving people. He liked me well enough, and still beat me almost every day. An eerily beautiful melody travels over the water. Mermaids emerge from the depths of the lake. The most beautiful of them reminds the old man of Constance. He only knows Carl's wife from old photos, long brown hair and a melancholic smile. The chandelier flickers. The mermaid's mouth is open to reveal pointed teeth. The visitor barely pays attention to the spectacle. His hand runs through the grey sand on the shore of the lake. The old man grins. I used to wonder why the water was so grey in the morning. Cigarette ash, I thought. Or dust. Then I saw the boxes. Some people are sneaky. They used Tupperware or picnic baskets. Others just hid the urns under their coats when they got on the train. You mean people used to dump ashes in the lake? And you didn't do anything? Why should I? It's ashes, what will they do? The girls never complained it. Maybe they like the company. He smirks at Constance twin. In the flickering light it looks like she grins back at him as he descends, back into the watery grave below. Did you ever hear from her again? From Carl's wife, I mean. The old man sighs. The years return and lay themselves on his hunchback. Suddenly his feet feel heavy. He limps along the tracks towards the gallery. They think he killed him. That's what destroyed him. The rumors. He drank himself to death at the end. Fell off the gallery, over there. I found him. He was lying down there? Yes, right next to the cannibals. Watch out, the ground is uneven. Carefully, the visitor descends down the tracks. A wax figure bites an arm. Another lifts a blade cover, revealing a severed head underneath. There's a rustling sound next to him. The visitor jumps to the side, almost tripping over his skull. He leans on the table. A chopped off hand lies next to his fingers. A sharp knife points at his chest. It's nothing but papier-mâché and plastic, he tells himself. He looks up the gallery. A white dress closes in the darkness. Maybe it was his conscience, he says, climbing towards the old man. Believe what you like, he almost threw. Marie? Carl? The young man last week? The deaths are piling up here. What are you trying to say? I check the tracks every day. Every carriage is oiled. There are no rusty brakes or loose screws. Take care of the ghost train, and it'll take care of you, old Cole said. Did he say anything else about the ride? He said, boy, you'll have to replace the track a lot. You can change everything. The phantom, the scientist, the werewolf. We had a werewolf down there, but werewolves are not scary anymore. These days. Now we have the cannibals. Only the corpse bride has to stay. You're right. Good guess. She's one of the oldest pieces. Been here for almost 100 years now. A simple doll, not an automaton like the others. Cole always said she was his masterpiece. And he's right. Do you see the sunken cheeks? The empty eyes? When the cars drive up, you see the bride with her mask over her face. As you pass, the ground beneath the bride turns and her hand lowers. You know what's strange? Nobody screams at this point. People are so shocked. They just fall silent. Some stumble out of the ride, pale as ghost. That's the best promotion. It's the only promotion I need. All the talking about a curse, that's nothing compared to the sight of grown-up men being plain old scared. That's what drew the visitors to my ghost train. But now, who knows when I get the hand back? The police kept it. Told me they have to investigate. Of course I can give her a new hand, but... Do you see the work over here, right? Careful! The visitor shouts. The old man frowns. Young man, this is my ghost train. The bride and I, we've been through a lot together. 3-year sessions, 2 times almost being broke. We lived through it all. And then this gate comes along. These these rich people, they have no respect for anything. The houses are full of those art pieces, of those fancy painting stuff, but they don't recognize art when they see it. The train, its automatons, the doll here, they are a masterpiece. What he did, it's like if somebody spat on the Mona Lisa. Have you seen the photos? He ripped off her hand, took selfies with it. He sucked her fingers and wrapped them around his... I can't even say it. It was vile. I shouldn't say that I'm glad that he's dead, but I am. And now he's dead. I wonder, those holes in the veil, when I was standing down there, I heard something scurry around. The visitor looks through the small window towards the feasting cannibals. You have rats here, don't you? The old man laughs. Of course there are rats here. We're 100 yards from the river, and people throw down food on the track all the time. The boy died from arsenic, which is used as a rat poison. Something in the voice of the visitor makes the old man's blood run cold. He chuckles nervously. Look here, I don't know how this idiot, this young man, managed to poison himself, but it didn't come from here. I don't use arsenic anymore to poison rats. I use vitamin D and corn milk gluten, nothing that would kill a human. Maybe it was something in his fancy mansion that did him in. Arsenic, that stuff used to be everywhere, you know? On wallpapers, in clothes. Many people died of it. No, the majority of them were never murdered. Traces of sunlight seep through the end of the tunnel, illuminating the visitor's silhouette. The old man had never seen the younger man before, but his features are still familiar to him. The high cheekbones, the light curly hair. Could it be? Fear grips the old man's heart, nearly stops it from beating. Some say that Napoleon was killed with arsenic. The visitor continues. It was just a rumor, but then they did find high concentrations of arsenic in his body. Do you know why? Was his room painted green? The old man croaks. They used it to embalm the body. Before formaldehyde, arsenic was used in embalming fluid. The visitor turns around. He glares at the old man with cold grey eyes. I'm the boy's uncle. The old man stares at him, unable to speak. Underneath the trench coat, he sees the outline of a gun. My nephew called me just before his death. He screamed, "There are bones! There are bones in the hand!" I still remember the terror in his voice. I thought he had taken drugs or something, that he was hallucinating. It just didn't make any sense to me. Until I saw the crime scene photos. My nephew, he died the same night. If I had just believed him, if I had checked out what he had found. It was hard for me to believe that someone like you, who trades in death, who plays with people's fears, that you, who recreated hundreds of corpses during your days, that you didn't recognize what death looks like, even when it was right before you. The old man closes his eyes, preparing for the end. But you didn't know, the visitor says softly. You saw her many times, but you really did not know. He pushes the curtain aside and disappears into the glaring light. The old man slowly turns around. He stares at the corpse bride, the masterpiece of his ghost train. Constance's lush brown hair has almost withered away, but the corpse's twisted grin still shows traces of a melancholic smile. Old Carl's wife had never left the ghost train. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it or it scared you a little bit, please press like and subscribe to the channel. Until the next time, goodbye.